In a world that's constantly asking you to hustle, produce, improve, creating a ritual is literally an act of self respect. Your boundaries to say, I matter. I have to pour into my cup. My peace matters. I can say no to that event, that thing. My nervous system is sacred. Hello, hello, Brave Table fam. Welcome to another episode of the Brave Table. I'm your host, Dr. Neeta, and this is your oasis, your destination for all things just to be a little bit more brave in your actions, in your relationships, and in your life. And this year, wow, it has been a whirlwind. Honestly, it's been crazy because we've moved literally to Dubai about 6 months ago, 7 months ago now, as this is airing. And it has been crazy. Like the pace of life is so much more different. It's faster. And it is so different from when we were living in Austin. But honestly, in a world that's constantly rushing, scrolling, multitasking, and glorifying the hustle, we just don't lose that time. We lose ourselves. And I know this firsthand from moving across the world and taking my two kids and my husband across the world. But I wanted to share with you how one tiny, tiny ritual, just one, has helped me come back to myself, especially along this move. And if you are new here and you're like, wait, you moved your family across the world? What happened? I will link that episode in the show notes as well. But you're not going to get back to yourself just by going on vacation or with a digital detox. For me, honestly, it was utilizing those rituals that I, well, grew up with. And honestly, it brought me this moment of presence. And this episode is literally your invitation back to that moment for you. I know that as we are starting the fall, things can get crazy, kids, routines, all of these things. Today, we are talking about mindfulness, about stillness, about sitting with the uncomfortable when, especially when you don't have the time or when you feel life is just like outpacing and you don't have time to slow down. And I'm inviting you to actually take this moment. You might be listening to this, watching this, drop off, etc., pick up, but you are reclaiming your mindfulness, your time to slow down, to have that slow life, even in just the 10 minutes or the 15 minutes that we're here. So if you're game, I'm game too. And this is not the kind that feels like another to do. We're actually driving and diving into this mindful living through what I like to call intentional rituals that help calm your nervous system, restore your energy, and help you show up to your life with presence, because a ritual isn't a routine. Listen, it's not something that you check off. I know that we have a lot going on. It's not something that you enter into. It's sacred, even if it's just simple. And I'm all about bringing back some of the things that our ancestors were doing 5,000 years ago. I'm all about in this season and era bringing back some of those things that helped us keep us grounded. And that I'm all for these biohacking rituals, but sometimes simple is all we need. And when we are having this mindfulness, when you repeat a ritual, whether it's lighting a candle or drawing yourself a bath or walking barefoot outside or playing with your kids or dancing to something that you loved when you were, in high school, or brewing yourself a cup of tea, you're more than grounding your nervous system. You are literally creating a pocket of your intentionality. You are choosing to slow the world down, or I like to call, and we've heard this, but you're choosing to bend reality, even just for a moment, even for a moment when you feel like, oh my gosh, I don't have time to slow down. I don't have time to do that meditation. There is no way I have time to breathe. Well, that makes us come alive, right? But listen to your body. That's where the healing happens. It's not just about doing more. This is about being fully where you already are. And I want to get into rituals that helped me, especially when we were moving all across the world to Dubai and having to look for new schools, having to look for a new community, having to create a new community, having to find, and you know this, mamas, find mom friends that are on the same caliber as you that get like what you're also trying to do. You also don't need an hour or a mountain retreat to start living more mindfully. You just need intention. And here are 3 simple rituals that you can literally start today. I have so many of these rituals and recipes that I have in my Sip and Soothe calendar that you can get for free. And I will link that in the show notes. But this is your morning, like, wake up. Like, when you wake up, I want you to make yourself a hot cup of water, and you can squeeze a lemon. You can put a little bit of olive oil in there. And all of this is great to reset your nervous system. Before you sip this, and this is also great because it awakens your body. You've probably seen some of these videos where people are blending a whole half lemon or a whole lemon with warm water or cold water, but it has to be room temperature. It can't be too cold. And so a whole lemon, water, and olive oil. And what it does is it's honestly the best drink ever for longevity, for clearing your nervous system, and honestly, your system. It helps you go to the bathroom. Well, it also helps with skin, hydration, your pH balance. And this is before you have any coffee, any tea, any chai. And you know how much I love chai. But I want you to smell the aroma, and you can smell that citrus flavor. I want you to be there. This is so helpful. This is tactile because it also helps you give yourself your presence. But you can also do this just by playing a meditation. And you can actually start with your playlist, and you can start with perhaps maybe you're moving. Maybe there's 3 songs that equate to 6 to 10 minutes. But what you're actually doing is you're getting yourself into your body. You're actually embodying who you want to be. And here's how I do it. Before my emails, before the scroll, before looking at my phone, before the kids are fully awake, I heat up my water, and I literally crack open my blender. And what do? I put a little bit of water. I have my warm lemon tonic because I think that's so important to nourish my body. And sometimes I'll just go to the bathroom, but I think it's also important to hydrate. And you want to be able to hydrate yourself before you actually put caffeine in your body. And I don't do that until I'm actually fully hydrated. And then after that, I will go and I will grab my journal. And then I will pour myself a hot cup of water, and I'll take a scoop of my chai tonics and pour it into a cup. And then I will pour my chai tonics, my focus flow blend. If it's in the midday or even in the morning when I want to have my pink chai, I will take a scoop of my rose ritual chai, and I will just see it bubble up in this pink color. And I will then sprinkle the crushed rose petals, because this is kind of this outpouring and honor for myself. And I will take the cup, put it to my lips, and I will take an intention, my intention that I want to call in for my day. And I will actually say, okay, I am here. I am ready. I am present. I'm yours. And then I will take that sip. And that sip is to honor and have reverence for me, the woman who I am becoming, the woman who I am creating, the woman who I've actually created this for. I created chai tonics for the woman who wants wellness without overwhelm. Whether you need calm, clarity, nourishment, there's literally a blend to support you in your moment today. And we've made it so easy for you to choose that ritual. Now, the second ritual is your 5-minute anchor. Now, choose one point in your day, lunch break, school drop off, post shower, and take 5 minutes, just completely 5 minutes. You're not on any apps, tech free, stretch, put your hand over your heart, check in. How are you doing? Play that amazing song. I'm all about dancing in the middle of your day, guys. Like, we've got to be fully embodied. We have to be able to stretch. And honestly, this is also your way to check in with yourself and to play and to really allow yourself to get into your body and allow yourself to reset your nervous system by moving, and moving sometimes that stale and stuck energy that we actually have. Our last ritual, okay, ritual 3, is this evening candle check-in, okay? And I love this so much because it's also a reminder that if you also have an evening routine or ritual, but these are some of the rituals that I even loved, just being in Dubai to slow down the fast pace, was I will have my evening candle and I will light it up and it would be in my bathroom. And then I will draw a bath. And that bath for me signaled this is the end of the day. After I put the kids to bed, this would be my time. And I would put a scoop of Epsom salt. Sometimes I'll use clay because sometimes we have been in toxins and toxicity. And I felt this drawing a bath was so great. And we're so depleted with magnesium. And this is a signal of this bath of just calming my nervous system. And honestly, I would sleep so much better when I would do this. If you haven't done this, this is a game changer. But I would also take like dried flower petals, and it would just be a beautiful, luxurious bath. But sometimes it would be because this was a calming sensation at the end of the night. That's what my body needed. And honestly, to, up it with all the superfoods, I would lather, with like my natural kind of bath bombs, but I would sit and soak in the tub literally every day. And that Epsom salt literally did my body a body good. But then I would get out of the bath, I would blow out my candle, and this would be a remembrance of me coming home to myself, which would also mean I will do my castor oil ritual, putting castor oil on my belly button, as well as my liver, as well as my kidneys, the outside, kind of around the front and the back of my stomach and my thyroid. And this would be the sense of I'm in my cozy pajamas, I'm wearing my fuzzy, slippers. And this is that signal to come back home to you, to reflect, release, regulate, rest. And I play this wind down, calm down music. I'll say, Alexa, because I have Alexa, play my calm down music. And it would just be this beautiful, sense of low, calm, peaceful vibes. I have this whole kind of, you're creating your sanctuary when you're going to rest. And honestly, this was my wind down routine. Sometimes I would do legs up the wall because especially when when things are so fast paced and you're trying to do so many different things, they rewire your brain for presence. They regulate your nervous system. They remind you that your life doesn't need to be, perfect. It just needs to be felt. So in a world that's constantly asking you to hustle, produce, improve, creating a ritual is literally an act of self-respect. Your boundaries to say, I matter. I have to pour into my cup. My peace matters. I can say no to that event, that thing. My nervous system is sacred. This is my invitation for you to slow down. This is my invitation for you to take that pause. This is my invitation for you to claim back your ritual. That yes, we have all of the things, but you can pour your cup. You can start your ritual. You can come back home to you. And if you are ready to build your ritual that supports your nervous system without having to source 12 different herbs from 3 different places or 10, I'd love for you to try Tritonics. It's crafted with love, Ayurveda, and adaptogens and superfoods to meet you where you are at, whether you're craving focus or calm or just cozy nourishment that actually tastes like chai from the motherland, only upgraded with 1 gram of sugar, and it's vegan, powered by coconut milk. I would love for you to drop a comment with your favorite ritual, and maybe you're ready to actually start. You can go ahead to chitonics.com or neetabhushan.com/ritual. Don't forget, please subscribe if you are new to the channel. If somebody sent you this episode, if you're going to send them an episode, to bring back what rituals can fuel your life. And please subscribe for more grounded guidance, emotional healing, and rituals that help you come back home to yourself. If you are watching this on iTunes and or Spotify, what are you waiting for? We love you. Go ahead and click the like button. It helps us grow the show more than you know. Listen, you deserve it, and I will see you next time. You know I've got so much more in store for you, so if you are really ready to dive in and keep owning your emotions like the boss that you are, click right here. Go ahead, don't be shy. I'll see you in the next one. Keep shining.